Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Hi guys, thanks again for joining us on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita, I'm your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm Black Red Square, and we're there one more time, the thing, another episode of our Music and Marriage podcast. Give thanks for joining us. Let's talk.
We hope that wherever you are in the world, this podcast is reaching you in good health and in good spirits.
Yes, and as usual, we have to big up our sponsors, right? If you don't know, now you do. Check in with Simply Rose Craft. She has everything from merchandise, printing, to household decor, door signs, door wreaths. She has it all. Seen? So please check in with Simply Rose Craft. She's on Instagram at Simply Rose Craft, or she has a website, www.simplyrosecraft.com.
Also, make sure you guys go over to Nikki Glitz Cosmetics and do the same. And also, don't forget to shop and make sure you guys use your code MMP22 to get your 10% discount off. Make sure you guys go over to NikkiGlitzCosmetics.com for all of your loose glitters and your palettes.
Yes. Give thanks for joining us again. Public service announcement. New music is coming out this month. All right, so I will be featured on reggae artist Becenta's new track. It's titled High Ordinary, produced by UTH Music. For the ganja smokers, them, you know what I mean? April 29th is the release date on all digital platforms. So please make sure to tap in with the new music. High Ordinary, Becenta, featuring Amlak Red Square, UTH Music Productions. Make sure, tap in. Alright?
Yes, make sure y'all stay tuned to that because it's definitely fire. You're definitely going to enjoy it. How does the part go? You can't join the chalice circle if you're
can't join the chalice circle if your heart not certain. Plain and simple.
Yes, so make sure you guys listen out for that. And any other new singles? People are waiting for the album.
Yeah, no more new singles right now. This is the newest thing that is coming out. We have 2 visuals that actually are, in the process, are actually ready. But we're just waiting for the right moment to, give it to you guys. So just go on hold attention. We have work ready. I marinate.
Okay, go on hold attention. All right, so today I would like to discuss. There was a discussion, just hilarious. She's a American comedian, Instagram influencer. I'm not sure her other titles. Maybe author. I think she's an author. But she wears many hats. But there was a specific conversation that she had on her podcast that I thought was very interesting. And especially being at the rate of how things are going right now in Jamaica. And it's because of said influences, American influences, which I feel like is attributing to our downfall or our demise, so to speak, in Jamaica with our culture. The question she asked was, would you allow your child to be disrespectful or disrespect you or curse or speak out of terms in order to get their point across? And how would you feel about that? So would you allow your children... Brother, may I talk to you into this? I check Newcastle score. Like, come on, bro.
I'm hearing you.
What I just said.
What do I think about children speaking out of terms? I don't know. It's See, the thing is, we were brought up in a different era. And as children, our parents never really take the back talk and things like that. And as a child, we really couldn't communicate how we wanted to, how I wanted to. And the only way I could really communicate how I wanted to was outside of the household, with friends and even with older people on the outside. Mm-hmm. We could have communicate freely with vibes and get a point across. But I feel like you can still get a point across as a child without speaking,
out of turn, being disrespectful.
Being disrespectful or like I don't see the need for a child to really be disrespectful when trying to get a point across. Mm-hmm. Unless it's kind of like an antagonizing situation where you and your parents is always at odds or something like that. And then you might find that a child might, behavior might be different because of the environment that he or she is in. Mm-hmm. And once you're in a certain environment, then, all bets are off. Children do what they learn. Children act how they see the people that they look up to act and behave. Mm-hmm. And if you behave a certain way, your children are gonna mimic that, and it might seem disrespectful to you, but are you really the child? I get it, the behavior from. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like a question like that is probably geared towards parents that behave a certain way with their children. Mm-hmm. If you behave a certain way with the children, them are gonna feel like them can.
When you act like you're
it's the norm.
Friends to a different level.
Not necessarily okay. Friends, but if you're cussing and this and that and all of that every day in front of your child are gonna feel like it's okay to cuss. It's the norm because this is what you do every day.
I don't think so, because I curse. In front of our children, They don't
what?
They're not out here cursing from my knowledge.
From your knowledge?
I'm not saying that they're not.
From your knowledge?
But from my knowledge, I don't know that they're doing anything like that. But either way, like cursing... All right, let me just put it. For me personally, like I'm 50-50 on it. Because I personally don't feel like a child should be disrespectful in no way, shape, or form. However, I do feel like a child should be able to express themselves and be able to tell you how they feel without feeling like, okay, mama gonna whoop my ass now because I just told her how I felt, or she's gonna be disappointed, or she's not gonna like what I said. I feel like we weren't given the opportunity growing up as, young children to say, okay, we're gonna be able to speak to our parents and let them, well, let me speak for myself. I wasn't allowed to backtalk, to do none of that. Like, even if my mama said anything to me, I couldn't say what, yes. Like, I couldn't answer her, yeah. You would that ear, we had talk too. Like, it had to be yes, mommy, or, which I find like, it's okay to have respect. It's okay to be mannerable. It's okay to be obedient. However, I still feel like we should allow our children to be able to speak their minds and to express themselves. But as he said, like, being able to express yourself without being disrespectful and cursing is what children are supposed to learn from this age. Like, we don't want to teach them that it's okay to be always angry and hostile and, always looking to solve an issue with aggression. Like, we want them to understand that at the end of the day, you can be able to say something to someone and have a conversation and get your point across at the same time without feeling like, okay, I said what I said and I didn't get it across because I wasn't yelling or I wasn't screaming. I wasn't being disrespectful. I wasn't cursing. Like, they have to understand that, only illiterate people behave certainly. And I feel like that boils down to it as well. Like, if you want your child to grow and be successful, especially be able to converse with people and, you know, have a wide vocabulary, you have to allow them to do so. Because if you're gonna stunt them and say, okay, well, you can use cursing and whatever else aggression to express yourself, it's going to be hard for them to learn vocabulary to even widen what they want to say, or even explain or even describe what they want to say, because they're so stuck on the curses. They don't understand how to have a regular conversation, how to really express themselves. It's always anger and aggression. So with that being said, I don't feel like you should allow your child to say whatever to you, especially disrespectfully and stuff like that. But I do agree that we should allow them to express themselves and to just be who they are, and be able to tell you certain things without, you know, even if we're going to be upset, but at least they have the openness to come and say, okay, I'm going to let her know or let him know, because we have that connection, we have that bond, we have that agreement as parents and a child. Okay, whatever's going to happen, you let me know, whether good, bad, or indifferent. So I feel like it's good to be able to give them that room to be themselves and to grow and to understand right from wrong, and to be able to communicate with others without resorting to violence or anger. But at the same time, you still got to keep a tightrope on them, because you don't want that to extend into other things, because it can lead, that disrespect and the misbehaving can lead to other things down the line, as far as incarceration, whatever else that can comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to teach them. But they said, save this child and spare the rod and save the child.
Yeah.
Like, we have to learn how to do that and be able to still discipline them. Because what I find is that these younger generation parents, they're more free when it comes to discipline. They see discipline as abuse. And they need to understand, and a lot of people, not even just them only, the younger generation parents, but some of us, like, we need to understand there's a difference between discipline and abuse. Abuse is not okay. Abuse is never accepted. Abuse should never be accepted. Discipline, however, is something that is mandatory. Discipline is something that should always be in someone's life, whether it's baby, infant, child, adult stage, whatever stage you are in your life. Discipline is always necessary in everything that we do, almost everything that we do. So it's good to learn the tactic from you earlier, because when you get to an adult and you reach a certain age, it's going to be hard for you to try to learn discipline where you've never been disciplined your whole life. You've never been scolded. You've never been, you know what I'm saying, on punishment, to understand that certain things aren't acceptable. You know, it's going to be hard for you to differentiate right from wrong at that time, which is going to be another person's problem, which your parents are setting these people up, whoever your spouse is going to be, or whoever's going to be dating you throughout your lifetime. So it's a difficult thing, because, you know, a lot of people don't like to speak about their children, and they are very touchy when it comes to kids, which is understood, because I am the same way. But at the end of the day, we can't allow our children to do what they want to do and think in our minds it's us allowing them to express themselves only, because it can lead to other things where, you know what I'm saying, it's not good for them.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said. Most definitely. 100%.
But yeah, you know, it's a weird thing. And I was talking to Kamisha about this, and she was like, you know, it's hard for parents to really do certain things with the children and not feel like, you know, discipline wise, and not feel like, okay, they're abusing them, especially in this day and age. It's like everything that you do. And I was telling her, like, you know, in America, growing up, that's something that they beat in your head. And anybody who's been to American school, they can tell you this. Like, that's something that they beat in your head from you legit. Like, if you have issues at home, and if your parents hit you, if they do anything to you that you don't like, call 911, and CPS will be right there to come and help you and save the day. But not knowing that CPS is a crock of shit. Like, you're going to be put in a worse situation. Like, abuse is a different situation, as I was saying to her. Like, if a child is being abused or something like that, in that instance, I can understand you having protective service coming in and stepping in and saying, okay, the child is not safe and we're going to have to, fix up the situation. But if you're just going to be there and allow anything to happen and just not do anything about it, I'm saying? Like, it's just a strange thing, and it's something that's really, really toxic right now in Jamaica, I would say, because a lot of parents don't know how to be parents. A lot of parents don't know how to love their children because they've never been loved before. They don't have certain type of structure and certain type of, things that are needed to give to a child. So it's kind of hard for them to say, okay, well, I'm going to be that parent, and they don't understand what it is to be loved by a parent. So it's kind of difficult for them to do certain things. And with that, it's just kind of, I would say leading this generation astray, because a lot of the parents before, from our generation, a lot of those parents, some of them weren't there. Some of them, if I really care for that, some of them feel say working and, being on the road and hustling and doing what they got to do to provide is more important than actually being there physically, and not realizing that a lot of the times, that can't fool them better, but that makes children happy, and happiness is a part of their whole upbringing. It's not only just food. Yeah, send them, get them food, send them to school, get them education, and all. Like, love is a part of the whole cycle of life, and that's something that they're needed. And it's something that should be provided from a child is born. Even in the stomach, love should be given from then until, but it's hard for a lot of parents to do so because they've never experienced certain type of love from a parent, I would say, in my opinion. And that is affecting the younger generation of Jamaica. America, it's a different part of, it's just, can't really talk about this because it's just corruption on so many different levels. It's like, it's just a mess. But, hopefully we can be able to come together as a community. And, even that, I was speaking to Kamisha about, like, back in the days, we used to be like, okay, it takes a village to raise a child. Nowadays, these parents, I don't want nobody to talk to my pitney, I don't want nobody to tell my pitney nothing. Like, how do you expect a child to learn if you don't have the proper etiquette and proper knowledge to give the child for them to be great in life, and someone else is trying to help you out with that, and you're being, asshole, blocking that blessing for your child? I don't want nobody to do some opinion. I don't want nobody, as long as anybody abusing your child or teaching them nothing wrong, like, I don't see what the hell is the issue with you having a village that's there and that wants to be there to help you to raise this child that you have. And, to help to fulfill some of the needs that you're neglecting as that parent. So it's kind of strange, but let us know what you think about this episode. It's nice, quick, and,
Yeah. Spicy.
Yeah. Damn full. Let us know what you think about this episode. I'm sorry about the delay. We had some technical issues that we had to get through in order to get this episode to you. And, it's late, but, we hope you enjoyed. Hope you can, drop in your little comments and let us know about, the reason on our little topic that we had. And, just converse with us and let us know how you feel about this topic. Please make sure you guys go over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm like Red Square Official on YouTube. If you are viewing this on YouTube, make sure you go over to a streaming platform, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and subscribe to our podcast. We are available on all streaming platforms, so make sure you guys go and check us out. Music and Marriage Podcasts on everything. Also, make sure you guys go and follow us, Music and A&D Marriage Podcast on Instagram. And for my personal page is Nikki_Gordon 718.
And I'm like Red Square on everything, pretty much.
Yo, the man tired. He went to the farm today and he is beat. Like, he don't got no... I'm sorry I had to put you on blast, but people going to be wondering, like, why you look so... You said pretty much not. You said not too much tonight, and it's just like, yeah, it's not you. So I just had to, we have a little farm that we running off, and he's just
trying to get it together.
You'll see make sure you guys go on our YouTube channel as well and check out our vlogs that we have that we post every now and again. We do our little family trips. So are we doing anything
I noticed that the vlogs are also getting some love from the people. So we're trying to give you more of the vlogging as
Yeah,
well.
I guess
It's not something that
we don't really. I don't personally like the whole vlogging thing because I'm like, I like my privacy at the same time. Even though I come here and I discuss our relationship, I give you what I want to give you. And everything that because I want to do fine. I say, how about still? We just try to, keep it at a minimal and try to keep some type of privacy within our marriage still in our family. But we see that, you guys are interested in the vlogging, so we'll try to drop in 1 and 2 a little here and there for y'all, just to
most definitely.
Just to keep it going. So as I said before, thank you guys so much for joining us again on another episode of Music and Marriage. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We thank you guys so much for all your support. Walk with people. My name is Nikita. I'm your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm Black Red Square. Give thanks for joining us. Salute.
Baby tired. Baby worked hard. Let's get a rub down tonight, baby.
Baby hungry.
But my cook didn't feel?
Yeah. Let's eat.